Hello, I'm Carol Flavin. I'm here with Dan, who is my son-in-law, and we have visited Alexandra Palace for my first ever visit to the exhibition there, the Model Railway exhibition there. We started a very pleasant day by having a coffee before we got the underground, and we arrived after about an hour and a quarter at Alexandra Palace at the Palm Court. Admired the view across London and also stood in front, as everybody does, of the Ali Palace sign, the metal sign. The first port of call was the sponsors of the show, The World of Railways, British Railway Modelling magazine, and I met up with Debbie and Phil Parker, who many of you I'm sure will know, who was there with his current layout, and I had a really good catch-up with him. We went and found Dawn Quest, who I'm in quite regular contact with, and were very, very impressed with her monochrome layout and also the Lady Killers, which she had in the West Hall. I had a fancy to get a couple of the Model U characters from Alan, that one of which would be me standing in my coat so I could use it on a station. And I persuaded Dan to dress up as a railwayman with a cap, a jacket and a mug. Dan will then be standing talking to the crew of one of my locomotives, probably. Then we split up and he went and looked at one or two things, including the live steam, which completely fascinated him. I never even remembered to take any pictures, if I'm honest. I was always too busy talking. He also found a couple of layouts that he liked the look of, and he particularly was taken with a couple of the graffiti wagons on the Model Railway Centre, TMC stand. While we were there and I found him, I caught up with Howard, who was very keen to point out that they now have a locomotive pretty in pink that rather matches up with the Loco Ladies' pink T-shirts. And it was really good to catch up with Howard as well. I also popped across to the Pico stand, where I saw Steve, and I also saw Andy Hudson, a long-term friend of mine, who, as it happens, was his birthday, but he hadn't brought the cake out by the time I left, which was a shame. I also found Sophie from Anoraks Anonymous, who 2 or 3 years ago had half of my old layout, the Edghay and Strines Railway, from me. So it was good to catch up with her. And to my great embarrassment, because I am actually a member of the Model Railway Club, I didn't find anybody who wasn't too busy to catch up with. They were all obviously very busy because it was their show. So I have borrowed a couple of their pictures from their Facebook page to include. I am so pleased to have been. It was lovely to catch up with people, and there is no doubt whatsoever I now have my mojo back, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more railway modelling. Do please like, share, comment, press the bell, or look for my YouTube channel, Model Railway Scenics with Carol Flavin.